Hello. So we are now in session 3 of our unit 10, where we continue looking at the perfect competition. I am your host Elias. In this video, we are going to look at the long run analysis, and it will be a brief presentation. Okay, so let's first look at our key starting points, that the firms will not continue making losses if they are in the short run when they move now to the long run. So remember that firms in the short run will be making supernormal profit, or they can be making losses. However, given that there is free entry and exit in the market, it means that firms will not continue making losses. Some will leave the market. And again, if they are making supernormal profits, it means that those who are out there eyeing the profits would want to join the industry and take part of the profit. So as such, we will make 3 assumptions here that we'll work with in analyzing the long run analysis: that entry and exit are the only adjustments which are made in the long run. Secondly, that firms in the industry have identical cost curves, so that then whatever we are looking at is that we want to observe what will happen if firms enter or leave the market. And lastly, we will assume that the industry is operating under constant returns to scale. Okay, so let's do an analysis. So with the model that we are looking at, which is one of the zero economic profits for the firms, where we see the long run effect, that if firms are making supernormal profits in the short run, then when they go to the long run, they will be making zero economic profits, or they will be making normal profits. This is because with the profits that they were making, the abnormal profits which they were making in the short run, other firms will be attracted into the industry and many firms will join the market. With that, they will drive the price down until the firm goes back goes to a new equilibrium. And if the firms were making losses, it means a lot of people will leave the market, and as such there will be an upward pressure on the price, and we will see a new equilibrium level. In this unit, where we are looking at the long run analysis, we want to determine a new condition, which is a triple condition for the long run equilibrium. And that is that in the long run, the firms will achieve a triple condition of price being equal to the marginal cost, and this being equal to the average total cost, or specifically the minimum of the average total cost. So if this condition is met, it means then that the firm is in the long run. Okay, so let's do a presentation there, that the long run equilibrium is achieved when the product price is exactly equal to or the production occurs at a point where each firm's point of the minimum average cost equals the price level, and at that point the two will also equal the marginal cost. Graphically, with our perfectly elastic demand curve, and with our initial price P0 and initial output Q0 or Q0, we see that if we draw our average cost curve, this firm is making profit in the short run. And because of this profit, remember that the profit level is measured from the average total cost curve. So from these profits that we are seeing, then will attract a lot of firms in the market, and in the long run, new firms will join the market to share the profits that is being enjoyed in this market. As such, there will be a downward pressure on the price of the commodity, and if we look at that, we will see that then the demand curve will shift downwards. So due to an increased entry of firms, the price will reduce, and as such there will also be a reduction in output because firms will be less attracted to a lower price following the law of supply. And as such, we see then that the firm's price will be equal to the average total cost, or simply the average cost, and at that point the two will be equal to the marginal cost. And that is the triple condition we laid, that the price must be equal to the marginal cost, and this must also be equal to the let's just say the average cost, since in the long run there are no fixed costs, all costs are variable, and therefore we can simply call this the average cost or average total cost, as the case may be. So whichever book you'll be reading, if you find this condition or average cost, it will mean one and the same thing. Now we can simply illustrate, just to show the long run presentation, that in the long run, with our initial equilibrium with our initial point where we're seeing marginal cost equal to marginal revenue as our first condition, and if we draw the average cost, the long run cost, we see then that the triple condition is met at that point where price is equal to the marginal cost, which is equal to the average cost, and this at this level the firms are making zero economic profit, or simply they are making normal profit. Let's look at the efficiency analysis. Now there are two types of efficiencies that we will look at here, namely the productive and the allocative. Now, for the firms under perfect competition, for them to meet productive efficiency, this will occur at the point where the price is equal to the average total cost, and this is the minimum average total cost. And we will see that at that point, firms are making normal profits or zero economic profits. Now, perfect competitive firms will achieve productive efficiency as firms must use the least cost technology or they won't survive. Secondly, there is allocative efficiency at a point where price is equal to the marginal cost. Now, price represents the benefit that society gets from additional units of a product, while marginal cost represents the cost to society of other goods given up to produce this product. And as such, society views this point as the optimal point, or a point where there is allocative efficiency, and that is a point where price is equal to the marginal cost, because the price has been set to the equal to the additional cost that the firm will incur, as opposed to setting price that is above the marginal cost. Okay, so with these two these two things that we've analyzed here, we are going to see how different the monopoly structure will be. So thank you very much for watching. If you have questions, please remember to send an email to muauelias@gmail.com. See you in session 4, where we're going to look at monopoly.